Welcome to the Everyday People Network.
Yo, shout out to Everyday People Network. Ladii Lion in the building. Ladii Lion.
Okay, it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Let the good folks know how you got your name.
Well, my name started off as Miss Lady, MZ.LADII, and I changed my name to Ladii Lion because I was kind of talking a little greasy at some point. When I'm doing my poetry, I'm a little more loving. Okay. Then when I do my rap, I'm a little more gutter. So it's like, you know, I had to make it make sense.
Oh, so did you start off as a poet?
Yeah, I started off doing poetry. Then I started doing R&B. I started singing a little bit, harmonizing, and then I moved on to rap music because poetry is rap to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I changed my name to Ladii Lion because I'm a Leo. So I carry myself as a lady. I'm also a Leo, so I'm a lion. So I just put it together. Ladii Lion it is.
Okay, I can dig that. Okay, so the poetry, when did you realize you had a gift with words?
My older brother was writing poetry in our room one day. We had a bunk bed at the time. He's 10 years older than me. And I walked in the room and he was always with his notebook, always writing. So I was like, what are you writing? I want to know. One day I was 13 years old. And he was like, I'm writing poetry. I'm like, well, how do you do that? He was like, put some words down and try to rhyme.
Right.
Try to rhyme them. So he was like, go write a poem and then come back and I'll read it. We'll go through it together. Ever since then, I was writing poetry. Poetry, the blue lines, white paper, it just became my diary.
Okay.
It became my safe place. You know.
It was therapeutic.
It was therapeutic.
Okay.
The blue lines, they can't judge you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like my secret place.
So now poetry is one thing. What was the transition from that to music?
Well, when I was younger, when I was 10, coming up, I played the steel drums. I don't know if anybody knows what the steel drums is, but if you see the floats, if you see the floats, man, if you see Jamaicans, Belizeans, they always got floats and big people with big bird looking like clothes and everything, you know, carnivals and everything. So yeah, I played the steel drums. Moved on to playing the drums, trying to learn a little bit piano, and it became second nature to listen out for notes and music. I was able to break down different parts of sounds to music. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay, so are you West Indian?
I'm from Belize. I'm Belizean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Belizean, know what they call it.
Yeah, but so I was raised by a Trini woman, you know what I'm saying? So I have an affinity for the Caribbean.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I represent TNT, you dig?
Yeah.
So one time for everybody out.
One time.
You know what I mean? How does that affect your music, being from the Caribbean?
I think it gave me a little more sense of style and dancing too. It made me able to wind my hips and wind my body up and get people indulged in what I'm doing. It made me be able to, you know how some people talk with their hands? Yeah. I'm able to, like, my words, I'm able to envision what I'm talking about. So if I say box, I'm like box. You know what I'm saying? I say line, I'm line. Move, I'm move. And I'm able to do that as I'm performing.
Okay. So poet to R&B, R&B to rap.
Yeah.
Tell me about the transition from R&B to hip hop.
So R&B to hip hop. So I put poetry and R&B together. It's like a love notion for me. Okay. Poetry, love. It's like a love language. So I started singing my words out instead of just talking them. Okay. And when I made poetry, I made a poetry song album. So I put songs and beats behind my words and made it a song. So I would say I'm the first poetry song artist in the world. That's just me putting it out there in my own genre. Okay. But going into R&B, I was able to bring poetry alive more. And I was able to love people more through my music. You know, I was able to hug them through my songs. Okay.
What is your creative process? Meaning, what do you need to get in the creative mood?
I used to smoke a lot. Now I'm down to like 1 beer a day, but I used to smoke a lot. So it was like, it put me in this mode of artistry, and it made me think outside the box. I know a lot of people do a lot of different things to get their artistry on, but smoking for me, lighting some candles, setting the mood with a nice little light, it just put me in a different mode. And don't put me in front of some water. Let me sit on the waterfront. Oh my God, ain't no telling what type of words gonna come out. You know, it just gotta be in a good setting for me.
Okay. So what is it you look for when you do collaborations with other artists?
I look for hype. I look for them to feed off of my energy and I feed off of theirs. Sometimes I just ask them, well, what angle we taking? Like, what type of category you looking for? What you want to talk about? And we start there. But sometimes I listen to a beat and something just come to my mind, and we just make a category from there. You know what I mean? If it's a hype beat, I may want to dance. If it's a slow beat, I want to talk about love, so possibly. Or I may rap fast on a slow beat. You know what I mean?
Okay, so tell me about a time where somebody wanted to collaborate with you, but you didn't necessarily want to collaborate with them. How did you handle that?
If your songs don't move me personally, I can't do a song with you. If I don't feel like I need to download your song right now, I can't do a song with you. You have to touch me for me to be able to help you touch other people. You know what I'm saying? Through your music.
Okay.
You know, you gotta move me a little bit. I like, especially when I hear singing, I need the little hairs on my arm to stand up. I need to feel like I just got a sense of anxiety coming up. Like you just took over my body. Like I need to look at you ugly. Like what you talking about? Right now for me to want to do a song with you.
Okay.
You know? And I do not pay for features.
You don't?
And one of my songs said, I'm not paying for no feature unless you wanna grin me. I know they're staring at me. I know you cannot stand me.
Hold up. They say you gotta pay to play. You're not gonna pay for anybody. Is there anybody that you would?
If you do not have a big, really, really big following to where I know that I can get out there with your following, you know what I mean? I know you can't promote me within your following, then I can't do a song with you because now I feel like I'm really paying to play.
Okay, so you don't pay, but do you charge?
I do charge. I don't charge everyone though.
Okay.
I don't charge everyone. If you don't have a big following, I definitely will charge you.
You gonna charge?
If I feel like I can't get something out of this, I'm gonna charge you.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, if you on my level, we on the same level. You know what I mean? When it comes down to both trying to make it in the industry. If we're both trying to make it in the industry, then we can make a song together and we can both pop. I promote you with my fan base, you promote me with your fan base, and let's make it
It's mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I had a question. Tell me about your first project.
My first project was actually my poetry song album. That's the first album that I actually put together because I wanted to just drop a single every Friday of the year, every 2 weeks of the year. Like I wanted to just drop a single because a lot of people, if the way the algorithm works right now and the way the music world works, if your numbers is not up, you're not really getting noticed. I told myself I'm gonna put myself into open mics. I'm gonna put myself, I'll perform out here in front of all of these people, you know, in a park just to get my name out. I made business cards. I pass my cards out every show I can. I try to always network everywhere that I go. Okay. If I go sit at a bar and somebody next to me trying to, oh, you look nice, I hand them my card. Listen to my music when you get out of here. So listen to me tomorrow when you sober up. You know what I mean? I always try to promote myself everywhere that I go. Everywhere.
That's a good segue to the next question. How important is networking in the entertainment industry?
Networking is very, very important because you never know who you're sitting in front of.
Right.
I can perform in front of 3 people like I'm performing in front of 3,000, like I'm performing in front of 30,000 because I never know who in the crowd.
Right.
You don't know who knows who, and somebody can put the word out for you, and one follower can lead you to another follower, and one share can lead you to 300 shares. It just depends on who you're in front of. You got to be the right place, right moment, right time.
It's true. So, do you help create opportunities for up-and-coming artists?
Absolutely. I actually want to become a mentor as well. I noticed that a lot of times throughout my life, people was asking me different questions, and I always was able to drop gems on them, and show them how to get out there. People don't know about United Masters. They don't know what you have to do to create content. They don't know what times of the day is to post on Instagram. They don't know how to get their music out on all streaming platforms. You know what I mean? They don't know how to promote or market.
Right.
So if I have that knowledge, I'm always willing to share that with somebody else, and that's the type of stuff that I don't charge for. That's genuine.
Okay.
That's genuine.
So there's somebody looking at you and they want to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
What advice do you give them?
Stay focused. Don't make music for everybody. Make music for yourself. You know, treat your music as your diary. A lot of people don't want to talk about their lives. They want to follow the wave. They want to follow the sex. They want to follow the drugs. They want to follow the next big wave. Create your own wave. I'm an ocean, I feel like. So it's always a new wave coming for me. Okay. I'm never on the same silo. I always change up. It's always gonna be different. That's why I can say I'm a poet, I'm a rapper, I'm a songstress, I'm a lyricist, I'm a songwriter. You know, it's so many different things that I do under my Ladii Umbrella LLC.
Okay.
I called it Ladii Umbrella because I wanted to avoid double taxation. I wanted to avoid people trying to take my money from every angle. So I called it Umbrella, and everything that's hanging under this umbrella is what it is.
There's a stereotype that entertainers can never be a couple. What are your views on that? Because you guys are both chasing your dreams. You're both very active. You're out here.
Yeah.
They say entertainers can't date each other or
they can't.
What is your opinion on that statement?
Well, shout out to my husband, my hubby, my best friend, Wise King, WYZEKING.
Let's go.
That's the love of my life, yo. I love him so much. We have a 3-year-old together, and he came into my 9-year-old's life when he was 9, and took on that role as a father.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would always hold him to a higher pedestal than I hold any man, to be honest, because he didn't have to take on that role. He didn't have to be a dad to somebody that wasn't his.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big shout out to him. But I honestly feel like I don't sell sex. You know what I mean? I'm not a sex seller. I may be sexy, I may give sex appeal, but I don't sell sex. So if I perform with my ring on, it's because I want you to love me for me and my music, not for what I got going on or how my body looks, because it's not about that. Right. It's about how I make you feel through these songs.
Okay.
Are you rocking with me for these 3 minutes? Are you gonna share this after I leave your face? You know what I mean?
Right,
and it doesn't have, I don't want them to pinpoint me being in a relationship versus me being a woman of my word and a woman of my craft.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't show up everywhere. Wise King, my husband. Right. I show up everywhere. I'm like, the music popping.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
If you see me in love, you see me in love, and hopefully I can spark that black love in everybody else.
So that's a stereotype. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true.
It is not true. He actually, sometimes I perform before him, and we go to shows together. But I also want them to be able to separate us as artists.
Absolutely.
We have songs together as well, but I do want them to separate us so that we can touch our own individual fan bases as well.
For sure.